One of the biggest mistakes I see home buyers make is thinking that they don't need their own agent. Maybe they found the house online, or maybe they met the listing agent at an open house, or maybe they think that they'll save money by going directly to the person who's selling the home. But here's the truth. When you're buying a home, especially one of the biggest purchases of your life, you deserve someone whose job it is to represent you. So today I'm going to walk through this house and explain why having a buyer's agent can save you time, stress, money, and sometimes even keep you from making a very expensive mistake. Let's start with one of the biggest misconceptions. A lot of buyers think the listing agent is there to help everybody involved. The listing agent is a professional and they're required to be honest and ethical, but they have a fiduciary responsibility to the seller. Their job is to help the seller get the best possible price and terms. A buyer's agent, on the other hand, is focused on helping you get the best possible price and terms. So think about it this way. If you were going to go to court, would you want the same attorney representing both sides? Probably not. So real estate isn't a courtroom, but when hundreds of thousands of dollars are involved, having your own representation matters. Now let's talk about negotiations. Most buyers think negotiations is only about the price, and price is really important, but that's just one piece of the puzzle. What about repairs or closing costs? What about title issues? What about the timeline? What about what stays with the home and what doesn't? What happens if an inspection reveals problems? An experienced buyer agent negotiates all of those details and more. And sometimes I help buyers save thousands and thousands of dollars. Other times I help them avoid buying a home that would have become a financial headache in 6 months later. So both outcomes are victories. This room is a great place to talk about emotions because buying a home is emotional. You picture your furniture here. You imagine your family here. You start mentally moving in before the contract is even signed. And honestly, that's really, really normal, and that's good. The challenge is that the emotions can sometimes cloud judgment. And that's where a buyer's agent becomes incredibly valuable. My job isn't just to help somebody buy a house. My job is to help them make a very smart decision. And sometimes that means encouraging them to move forward, but sometimes it means pointing out red flags that they may not see because they've already fallen in love with the property. And here's another reason buyers need representation. There are things you simply don't know until you've been through hundreds of transactions, and in my case, thousands. Maybe it's a drainage issue or an insurance concern. Maybe it's something unusual in the seller's disclosure or a permit issue. A buyer's agent has experience and recognizes potential problems before they become your problems. And trust me, finding a problem before closing is a lot cheaper than discovering it after you've already moved in. This is where I want to talk about access and opportunity. Many buyers spend months searching online. And what they don't realize is an experienced buyer's agent can help them identify opportunities that they might otherwise miss. Maybe it's a home that just came on the market. Maybe it's a price reduction. Maybe it's a property that's off market or one that's been sitting a long time that the seller is becoming more flexible. Maybe it's knowing which neighborhoods are appreciating and which ones are struggling. Information matters. Strategy matters. And having somebody help you interpret the market can make a huge difference. Let's talk about contracts for a little bit, because honestly, this is where most buyers get so overwhelmed. Real estate contracts contain deadlines, contingencies, disclosures, addendums, addenda, and legal obligations. Miss the wrong deadline and it can cost you a lot. Misunderstand a contingency and it can cost you. And a good buyer's agent helps keep everything on track from contract to closing. We coordinate with the lenders, the title companies, inspectors, surveyors, and the other side of the transaction so buyers don't have to manage all of that stuff on their own. So if you're wondering whether you should have your own buyer's agent, my answer is simple. Absolutely. A buyer's agent is your advocate, your advisor, your negotiator. It's your guide through one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. Can you buy a house without one? Sure, people do it every day, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. If you're thinking about buying a home anywhere on Lake Travis, Lago Vista, Point Venture, Jonestown, Leander, Liberty Hill, Cedar Park, or Marble Falls, I'll be happy to answer your questions and help you create the strategy that's right for you. I'm Emily Diekman, and I'll see you in the next video.